All right, now we're moving on to question 2 on our lesson 4 exit ticket. So, at a restaurant, dinner guests can choose between 2 appetizers, super salad, that is for our first choice, 3 main dishes, chicken, pasta, or salmon, and 2 desserts, cake or pie. Cool. If customers do not want any of these desserts, they can get a second appetizer instead. In this case, they could choose to get the same appetizer twice or 2 different appetizers. How many different options are there for dinner at this restaurant? So once again, the easiest way to visualize this is going to be another tree diagram. And so I'm going to draw it nice and large here. I'm going to call this our meal. So our meal, we have our first course, which is going to be our appetizers, and that is separated into 2 categories. We have soup and we have salad. And this is our first course. Great. So now, from our first course, we are choosing 3 of 3 different mains. So those are going to be chicken, pasta, or salmon. And again, that is going to be for each side, chicken, pasta, or salmon. And this is our second course. And now we are on to our third course. And this is where things get a little interesting because we have 2 dessert options for each, but those aren't our only choices. You can opt out of our dessert options and pick another appetizer. And you could do the same appetizer or you could do a different appetizer, which is a very, very important distinction. It's because we can know that you can have soup and then you can have another soup, or you can have soup and then you can have a salad. So we know all of our options are going to be cake, our 2 dessert options, which are cake and pie, and then soup or salad. And we are once again going to do that for every section. I'm going to save us time, and I'm not going to write it for all, but just keep in mind that we have 4 options for each of these choices. So once again, cake, pie, soup, salad, and this is our third course. So, something else we want to keep in mind, how many different options are there for dinner at this restaurant? We always want to make sure we know exactly what we are looking for when we are doing problems like these. I started off with my tree diagram and started getting into some solving, but what am I looking for? I'm not looking for a probability, which means my answer should not be as a percentage, a fraction, or a decimal. I'm looking for a number, and that is the total number of outcomes. So keep in mind, maybe put a little jot if that helps. I am looking for total outcomes. In this case, total outcomes is going to be all of the different combinations of meals that I can get. So very simply, we know we have 2 options to start in our first course. And for each of those 2 options, I have 3 options. So for every choice of soup, I have chicken, pasta, or salmon. And so for every 2 of these 2 options, I have 3 options. And then for every of these 2 times 3 options, for each of these, I can then choose 4 additional options. If I chose salad and then chicken, I then have 4 choices: cake, pie, another salad, or another soup. So 2 times 3 times 4 options is going to get us a total number of 24, and 24 is our total number of options. And that is it.